Hi guys, it's Mrs. Reasoner, and today I'm going to talk about what are landforms. So we're going to be writing about different types of landforms, and we're only going to be focusing on 5 this week. There are many more landforms than what we're going to be learning about. But before you watch the videos and start writing your paragraphs, I want to be able to tell you what a landform is and give you a couple examples of different landforms. And that we'll be continuing learning about when we come back next week. So what are landforms? Landforms are the natural shapes or features of the Earth's surface. There are many different types of landforms found on the Earth. So now I'm going to go over some of the landforms that are on our planet. The first one is a mountain. A mountain is a place on Earth's surface that is much higher than the land around it. So you can see that these are mountains, and you know it's a mountain because its elevation is a lot higher than the land around it. It's bigger, and it's way taller than a hill. Valley. A valley is a lowland between higher lands such as mountains. So you can see here there's a mountain, and right in between here is the valley. That's the lowland. A canyon is a deep valley with very steep sides. So maybe some of you have been to the Grand Canyon. That's the one that's the most famous in the United States. Or you've seen pictures of it. So right here you can tell it's a canyon. It's got very steep sides and a very deep valley. Plain. A plain is a flat area on Earth's surface. So you may notice that where we live in a rural area, it seems like we have a lot more plains. It's just a very flat piece of land. Plateau. A plateau is a flat area higher than the land around it. Another thing that can be really unique about a plateau is that sometimes it's very flat on top. So you can see right here that it's higher than the land around it. An island is a land that's completely surrounded by water. So you can find a lot of islands in the ocean, but what's really neat is we have Mackinac Island, right? We have one locally in our state, and that's a piece of land that's surrounded by water. So to get to Mackinac Island, we know that we have to take a ferry because the land doesn't connect, or sometimes that there's going to be a bridge from the land to the island. Lake. A lake is water that is completely surrounded by land. So we live in the best state to find lakes. There's lakes everywhere. I think they said you can go to a lake within a half hour, right? Anywhere in Michigan. So we have the Great Lakes, and then we know that we're surrounded by water, and that lake's surrounded by land. Ocean. Oceans are the largest bodies of water on the earth. So oceans have salt water, and that where lakes have fresh water in it. So we have all our different types of oceans: the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Coast. A coast is where the ocean touches the land. So when you have an ocean, right, with salt water, when it reaches the land, like if you maybe you went to Gulf Shores on spring break, maybe you went to Florida, and you were by the ocean, when it reaches the land, that is called the coast. Desert. A desert is a hot, dry place with little or no rainfall. And you kind of know it's a desert because there's not a lot of trees. You might find cactus. It's very dry and has lots of sand. A river is a long flowing body of water. So in West Branch, a lot of you know the river. It's kind of like a stream. It's not as wide. It's more narrow. And you might go to the Rifle River and go tubing down it. It's very cold usually too. And a bay. A bay is a body of water that is partly enclosed by land and is usually smaller than a gulf. So right here you can see a photo of a bay. It's not a lake. It's enclosed by land, and it's smaller than a gulf. So these are just a couple landforms. We're not going to be learning about all of these landforms. We're going to be talking about volcanoes and mountains and canyons, lakes, and oceans. But I wanted to go over some of the other landforms that you might have seen or learned about before. So I look forward to you guys watching the videos, researching and learning more about landforms, and seeing what you write about. Have a great day. Bye.